Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, I just thought, today let's try something a little different. Let's talk about cruise ship godmothers. Because I found some things very interesting. First of all, you can be a godmother more than once. Didn't know that. And some other surprises out there. So I'm going to look at some of the most popular of the cruise line godmothers out there and show you how sometimes even the cruise lines kind of want to one-up each other. So it's a long-standing tradition that cruise ships be launched and have a godmother on board. And so, for instance, the new stadium or Standam with Holland America, Oprah Winfrey, the legendary Oprah Winfrey is the godmother. And here in the United States, can you think of a more fitting godmother out there? I mean, that right away, that's you got the queen right there of talk shows and news and one of the biggest, largest business women ever. That's fantastic to start off with somebody like that. And then if you're Carnival, for instance, you're going to name your ship the Carnival Legend. Well, if you have a name like Legend, you need a legendary godmother. So they have Dame Judi Dench. Yeah, I would have to say if you're going to pick a legend, they picked the right one for the Carnival Legend. Absolutely. She's a legendary actress. She's got a knighthood or whatever. I know they call it Dame. I don't know if they call it knighthood, but she's absolutely one of the biggest names in Hollywood and, never really been in controversy or anything like that and just is well respected and well renowned. So Carnival Legend, that's a good one. Of course, if you're talking godmothers, the royal family has got to get in on this, right? So we have the Duchess of Cambridge, Kate Middleton. She is the godmother of one of my favorite ships, the Royal Princess. And yeah, she, when I'm walking on the ship, you can see some of the ceremonial, the dress and pictures from the christening and everything. And it's nice to know that a ship called the Royal has royal blood as part of the tradition of the godmothers. And I think she was a perfect choice for the royal princess. But, if you're going to talk royalty, you kind of got to talk about the queen. And the queen is not a godmother just once. She's not a godmother twice. She's a godmother 3 times. All 3 have been for Cunard Cruise Line. No surprise there, right? No surprise that a British cruise line would have the Queen as her godmother on 3 of her ships. And so, yeah, you would think, especially Cunard. Cunard is the traditional cruise line. It's set up in the traditional old ways. That's what you think of when you're thinking of Titanic, the luxury liners of old and the white gloves and the tuxedos. And when you're thinking luxury and 50s and 60s cruise lines, Cunard is your best bet to get that representation of those types of cruise lines. But you would think, wow, 3. The Queen has been nominated 3 times, is a godmother 3 times. Well, that's got to be the record, right? No. No, actually. The queen of being a godmother for cruise ships is Italian actress Sophia Loren. And she is the godmother of no less than 15 cruise ships. And before I start naming them all, I'm not going to, but she has been, since 2003, the godmother on all of MSC's cruise ships. They decided, you know what? We think she's our star, and she's one of the most popular actresses, especially in Italy. A very beautiful lady, a very, talented actress here in Hollywood as well as the Italian cinema. And so, yeah, absolutely a great choice. And they decided, we're just going to keep her. We're going to keep her as our godmother for all of our ships, 15 ships, all one godmother. So her picture's everywhere on MSC, absolutely. And so now you're Royal Caribbean, you're going, well, Cunard, they got the Queen, and MSC's got Sophia Loren for 15 cruise ships. What are we going to do? How do we top that? So, you know what? Here we have the largest cruise ship in the world we're building, and this is when they were building the Oasis of the Seas. Largest cruise ship ever. And it was a monster compared to the other cruise ships, right? It's absolutely huge. And so they decided, well, since we have the largest cruise ship in the world, we should have the largest amount of godmothers. And so they decided on lucky number 7. They decided to have 7 godmothers. And the way they came up with that number is because the cruise ship is designed as being neighborhoods. So they have 7 neighborhoods. So they have different godmothers for the different neighborhoods. Kind of ingenious. We have different ones. We have a very wide variety. We have Gloria Estefan is one of the godmothers. We have Dara Torres. We have Jane Seymour. We have Daisy Fuentes. We have Sean Johnson and Michelle Kwan. We also have, and I'm sorry if I get her last name wrong, we have Keisha Knight. Is it Pullman? 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 I'm not sure. But I looked at her and I said, man, she looks familiar. But the name sounds familiar to me, but I just can't put, the face to what I know her for. And it was driving me nuts. Can you tell from the picture? Can you tell who this is? Or did you recognize the name right away? It was driving me nuts. Here's a hint. She's from The Cosby Show. This is little Rudy from The Cosby Show. That's where I knew her from. And it was driving me nuts that I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. So if you notice, there are like 3 Olympic athletes, Grammy Award winners. There are, a wide, actors, a wide variety for all the different, So they have Gloria Estefan for the entertainment venues. They have, 3 athletes for the different sporting areas. It was really, really good choices on there, especially to have Olympic gold medalists and that also involved. So absolutely great choices there. I don't know if they continued that process for their other Oasis class ships or if this was a one-off, but I thought it was kind of genius myself to have 7 neighborhoods and 7 godmothers, and all of them are great choices. In fact, all of these godmothers were great choices. They all have had distinguished careers. They've all had, an impact on their industry, and, you really can't argue with it. And so if you think about how many cruise ships are out there, you can only imagine how many godmothers there are that we don't even recognize, take it for granted. There are some great philanthropists out there. There are great people who work in huge charity organizations. There's, Nobel Prize winners who are godmothers. There are so many. And if you're interested, just do a Google search on godmothers of cruise ships and search it by particular ship just for fun, your favorite cruise line. You might just be surprised and delighted with who the godmother is of your ship, because I haven't found one that I think that's really not deserving in all the searches that I've done recently. Well, I hope you appreciate this video, something a little different. If you did, please give your thumbs up. You want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.